Hi and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. David.
You all right, Pete?
I am very well. I'm all excited to be doing this week's video blog as we've got a brand new Alakazam release coming out.
We have. I'm excited about that one. I really am. We've got one from, well, will we say two from the vault or?
Two from the vault and two from the same creator.
Oh, it's a little bit of an Alakazam special this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 items from Alakazam and...
That you may not have seen. Well, that one you definitely haven't seen, but these two may have gone under the radar.
Yes.
But shouldn't have. So
yes.
You'll like these.
Yes. So firstly, want to say big congratulations to our good friend Wayne Fox, who done a fantastic lecture at the Magic Circle last night that we went to see. Got a standing ovation.
He did. It was superb.
Yeah, really good lecture. Yeah. And it was good to meet up with a lot of old mates as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, you know, for any performer, it's worth watching Wayne just for his, you know, his presentation of effects.
Yeah.
You know, his originality, creativity. It really was a great evening.
Yeah.
So well done to Wayne. Fantastic night. But we don't have any of Wayne's products here today.
No.
We have a couple of Mark Elsdons.
We do have a couple of Mark Elsdons. So what shall we kick off with?
Well, you've got your cards in your hands, so I think we should start with Before I Forget.
Before I Forget. Okay, let's cut to a performance of Before I Forget. Wavy Davy.
Yes.
Packet of cards. My favourite playing cards.
Yeah.
As you can see, they are all different.
They are.
You can have a look through. In fact, do me a favour, pick them up and give them a shuffle. While you're shuffling those cards, I am going to think of a playing card. I'm going to sort of make a prediction.
Right.
Okay. So just tell me when you're happy they're all mixed.
Yep.
Perfect. And I am going to have a look through for my prediction card. This is a full deck, isn't it?
I think they're your cards.
Well, I hope it's a full deck. Let me have a quick... Hey! There it is. It's my prediction card.
Right.
Okay. Now, before we get to that, we have to go through a little bit of a process. Is that in shot?
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to go through a process. I'm going to deal cards quite fairly. You can see they're all different onto the table. Whenever you get the urge, say stop. Not that you ever say stop when you have the urge.
Now.
Do you want the 8 here? Do you want the 6 here? It's entirely up to you.
I'll have the 6 here.
Perfect. You happy?
Oh, I am, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. So now what I'd like you to do is just touch either pile for me.
This one.
Okay. Take a little look at that card.
Do I show the guys?
Please show the guys at home.
There we go.
Okay. And when you're done, just put it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick up the other pile.
Yeah.
And what I want you to do, whatever value that card was, I want you to use 1 card per letter of the value. So if it was 6, you wouldn't deal down 6 cards. You would go S-I-X.
Yeah.
So whatever the value is.
S.
Don't.
Oh.
So I now know it's a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
Carry on. If I could read your mind and tell you what card you were thinking of, would you be impressed?
I would.
Is it a 7?
Yeah. What's
that's
the suit?
I'm getting the feeling it might be a black card.
I wouldn't run with that feeling.
No, or a red card.
It's a red card.
Is it a diamond?
Yes.
7 of diamonds?
Yeah.
It's perfect. But remember, I made a prediction before we started.
You did?
I predicted a 7.
Oh,
But
nice.
you also spelt 7. Turn over that card. Obviously, the trick would not be complete with only 3 7s. So have a look at the top card in the palm of your hand.
This one?
Yes.
Very, very nice.
And
wow.
That, my friends, is pre-configuration from Mark Elsdon's DVD Before I Forget.
Shuffle pack.
That's a borrowed shuffle pack. He's got a couple of great effects on there with just a borrowed shuffle deck. He's got a couple of other card effects. He's got a mentalism sort of book test type effect.
There's all of his stuff is very practical.
Yeah, it's very, very practical stuff. This is one of my favourite go-to effects when someone just hands me a deck and says, "Show me a trick." You know, because it's so. It appears so hands-off. It appears so hands-off. So that's on Mark Elsden's Before I Forget DVD. It's a superb DVD. It really, really is. It's full of working material.
Has it got the balance thing on there?
Yes. It has got balance. Yeah, he teaches balance.
That's with a pack of cards rather than...
Yeah, he uses that with as his opener. So he takes the cards out and he balances the whole deck on just one finger, and then he takes the bottom card out and does all this, so there's no you know, wires or anything attached. So that's fully explained on there. That was one of Mark's marketed items. He's got a great book test on there. Yeah, there's just so much stuff on there. It's, you know, really, really, really is a good DVD. You know, and I know people say it's worth the price of the disc. I mean, to me, that trick, I've got so much use out of that trick. And, you know, like I said, if someone hands me a deck and says, do a trick, that's my go-to
I keep
effect.
meaning to ask you to teach me that, because I own this. I own it. I just haven't watched it recently. And every time I see you do that, I go, oh, I've got to get that out and watch it again. It's
such a great trick, and it's so easy to do. You know, it's a really, really good trick. Was that what you were thinking of?
No, it wasn't.
Oh. So anyway, yeah, great DVD. It is Mark Elsden's Before I Forget. Right, so that was Before I Forget.
Yes.
By Mark Elsden. Another great trick. This is one of my favourites. It's one of Jenny's favourites as well. She loves watching me dem this when we're at conventions. And this is something that I used to use. If I was doing like a sit-down mentalism piece or something like that, I would end with this because you end clean. Yeah. So if you wanted to, if I was doing a private party, I could sort of finish with this and just leave them with the cards, which was really nice. And the other great thing about it is it's not me proving how clever I am. Yeah. I would choose the person whose birthday it was or something else to take this test. Right. So it's, you know, it basically bigs them up a bit at the end of the party, you know. So let me show you it. It's nice because it's an ESP card effect, which is something, once again, that interests me. And it uses a packet of ESP cards. Now, you're aware of the ESP symbols. So ESP symbols, you've got a square, circle, cross, wavy lines, and a star. Five basic symbols, okay? So we're going to try and experiment with these cards. The idea is I'm going to give them a mix so you don't know the order, because this test has nothing to do with me. It's more about you and your ability. Right. So what we are going to do is I'm going to mix them up and I'm going to lay them down in a random order. I just want to make sure that the camera can get this. Are we getting that, or shall I put them straight this way? Straight on, yeah, perfect. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So I want you for a moment to close your eyes because I just want to check the order of them. Don't leave. No. All right. Close your eyes. Keep them closed. Okay, you can open them. Yeah. Now, whenever we're doing this sort of experiment, people say to me, somehow I made you win. Right. Yeah, so you know, the magician done something, but this isn't that. It's a test of your intuition. So on the back of each one of these cards, I'm going to pop a little sticker. Now this will make sure that there's absolutely no way I can change anything after your decisions have been made. Is that fair? Yeah. So we'll pop one of these on the back of every single one. And the stickers are sticking on there. They're not sort of you know, slidey about stickers or anything. They're definitely
slidey
on there.
About stickers.
Yeah, that's the technical term for them.
You can pick them up in your
slidey
logo.
about sticker shop, you can pick them up.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to get some of them then.
Yeah.
But these are not them. These are stickers.
These are stick in the same place stickers, rather than which you get from the stick in the same place sticker shop.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, young David, one of these cards we know is going to be the circle.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to use your intuition. Anyone that you believe is a circle, I want you to slide it towards me.
Okay. This one.
Sure. Now, I didn't like the fact that you changed your mind. This is all about gut instinct and intuition. Right. So, on your next move...
Well, my gut was telling me that one.
Well, then that's the one we're going to take.
Okay.
Okay, now I don't want this changing your mind next time. You just, as soon as you think of it, boom, you go for it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's always when you second guess yourself that you start to make mistakes.
Okay, how do I do that?
So, on the back here, we're going to draw a circle because you said it was a circle.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay, one of these will be a cross.
This one.
Okay, see, that's more like it. You go for it, yeah? So on the back of here, I'm going to draw a cross. You can see I've drawn a cross on there.
Okay.
And this isn't rubby offy ink.
It's not.
It's normal ink.
From the normal ink shop.
Yes, not the rubby offy ink shop. One of these cards will be the 3 wavy lines.
This one.
Sure?
Yeah.
Brilliant. See, I like the way you're doing this now. And I'm going to draw the 3 wavy lines on there. One of them will be the square.
This one.
Boom, you didn't even wait till I finished. So I'm going to draw a square. And one of them, the last one, will be, if you've got the rest right...
Yeah. Triangle.
Star. There isn't a triangle, David. Right, what I'm going to ask you to do, you've embarrassed yourself again.
Triangle. Right.
What I'm going to ask you to do is draw a star on there, because I'm rubbish at drawing stars. When you've done it, you just pop it on top.
A star, right?
Yep. And when you've done it, just pop it on top of the cards. That's great.
What I meant was 2 triangles.
Yeah, pop it on top. Right, here's the idea, David. You made every single decision. I didn't manipulate your choices in any way, shape or form, okay? And we committed ourselves. As soon as you made a choice, we committed it. Yeah. So I can't manipulate those.
No.
Now, when people are doing proper psychic testing, you've got to get at least 3 of the shapes right.
Wow.
So let's see how you did. You turn over the top one, actually. I don't want to touch anything. You said this was a star. That was your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Turn it over. Show the camera.
Really good.
You said this one was a square.
Can I turn it over?
Please. Show the camera.
Wow.
You said this one was the wavy lines.
And it is. That's amazing.
The cross.
Cross.
The circle.
Circle.
And of course, you can examine absolutely everything.
Love it.
And that is Xenotech, and it's
Does it come with the triangle cards?
No.
Okay.
So Xenotech comes with everything apart from the pen. So you get a DVD where we teach how to do it. You get a packet of ESP cards.
I love Mark's
you get the
thinking on
stickers.
this.
Yeah,
It's so clever, and I think it falls into that category of it's fun to perform as much as it is to watch.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's one of those things where, you know, on camera, you're going to be able to work it out. You rewind enough, you're going to work it out. But in real life, when you're in real life performance, everything, it's all about, with these sort of routines, it's about the moment, the choreography.
Yeah.
And with this, it makes perfect sense, you know, it really does. And I have fooled some of the top names in magic with this at conventions, you know, because it really is cool. And there are other versions that have been out before. Bob Cassidy had a lovely version. So as soon as I perform this, anyone that's aware of Bob Cassidy's version always checks for Bob's method, and that's the bit that really freaks them, you know. But this one's just so clean when you perform it. It's absolutely stunning. As an ESP effect, It's incredible. So that, my friends, is Xanatech by Mark Elston. So, David.
The time has come.
The time has come for Paul Pickford's fantastic VS project double disc set.
Yeah. I mean, Paul is an underground magician, I guess. His handling of this is superb, and has fooled me many times. The same move in different routines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. What Paul's done is he's got a move which he has mastered. He's changed as well. It's not the standard move as red. But he's created some beautiful, beautiful routines with it. I mean, his open prediction is superb, just super clean. He's got a version of Paul Harris's Whack the Pack, which he calls Brain Wax, which we've got a performance we're going to put on in a moment. But anyway, saying that, while you're watching this is now released and it's on our website. But before we go into that, Paul popped in last week and we filmed a little bit of an interview with Paul and a performance of Brainwax.
Yeah.
So we'll show you those now. I'd like to introduce you to my very good friend, Mr. Paul Pickford. Thanks for joining us on the vlog, Paul. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thanks for inviting me.
You've popped in today to talk to us about your brand new DVD set. 2 DVDs, it's called the VS Project. I will say I am really excited to finally get this on the market, and I do say finally because we originally filmed this nearly 2 years ago, and the footage got corrupted. So we had to refilm the whole project, but I'm really glad we did, because when we originally filmed it, it was a single disc.
Yeah.
Now it's a double disc with some killer effects on it. Really, really good effects.
We've added some effects and also some touches that maybe I've come up with since then, because this is something I'm forever improving on or trying to.
Yeah, and the thing is with this move, I mean, it's going to be no secret. The DVD is based around a move, and this move really is deceptive. I mean, today in the shop, you turned up. John Armstrong was here.
Armstrong, yeah.
I introduced you to John, told John you had a project coming out, so John sort of asked you if you wouldn't mind showing him something.
Literally as I came through the door.
Yeah, it was, and I felt really
after a
bad
3-hour drive.
But I did feel bad about throwing you in the deep end. But
yeah, thanks for that.
For one, he didn't know what had happened, and for two, when you did explain it, he said he's never seen anyone do that move as good as you. So that's pretty high praise coming from John Armstrong.
Yeah, it's coming from someone who I respect, as well as loads of people who respect him. It was nice to hear.
Yeah, I mean, he was fooled, and the other guys that were in the shop. I mean, the routines are just really, really strong. The other thing I really like about it, the thing that really impressed me about watching you do this stuff, and I remember before we filmed the DVDs, as with everything we bring out, obviously we invite the artist down. You came down to see me, and you spent about an hour and a half just showing me different routines. And the thing that really impressed me was you hadn't just come up with a bunch of routines for it. These are obviously routines you've been working on, because everything is so perfectly choreographed that, you know, whenever you need to be in a position to do the move, it makes sense.
It isn't just the move, it's leading into it and then leading out of it.
Yeah.
Justification for the move also. I always believe that there should be a dual justification for everything you do. One, to enable technically to get the trick to work. Yeah. But also there's got to be another reason that the audience perceive as the reason for those moves. For example, reaching for a card box is just a simple move that the audience would think, oh, he's just reached for the card box. But that might facilitate leading into the move. And little touches like that have evolved, because these are not routines that, like you say, that I've clumped together just to get a DVD out. And I wouldn't sit here and hype it. But what I will say is I'm immensely proud of these routines, because I've actually worked these many times in different circumstances, corporate, weddings, so on. close-up table hopping, and I've worked them, and these little touches that come with it, I've come as a result of working them and see, oh, that wasn't quite right, I'll tweak that. And basically they've evolved to what you see on the DVD, and are still evolving now. I still think, oh, well, I'll just tweak that there and I tweak that there. I'm never ever happy with anything I do. I'm proud of the effects, but I'm never happy, because when I'm happy, then I stop thinking.
Yeah.
And that's
I think every artist, to be fair, is the same, no matter what they're doing, whether they're painting,
Hopefully,
creating music, making a film.
Absolutely,
unless you know when to stop, you just keep going.
You'll never achieve a perfection, but you should always try.
Yeah.
For the whole of your life.
Yeah. And it's, you know, I think the way you do this move is flawless anyway. It really is. And I know when we filmed this, you were teaching me the move, and by the end of the filming, I could do it. I mean, nowhere up to your level, but I was on the basis of understanding and
the mechanics of it. Yeah.
This is not going to be a self-working DVD. You are going to have to put a bit of time in. But saying that, it's not technically difficult. So it's not like you've got to, you know, learn to bend your fingers in certain ways, like some of the Dan and Dave stuff and the heavy flourishing stuff. It's not like that. It is just a move that you will get. Everyone can get it, but it will take practice.
Two things that you will need to work on is the timing of it, and trying to routine it into a set of moves, or if you're performing for a crowd, the justification for the move is vital, because it will stand out like a light bulb if you don't justify every move.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the DVD, is because you do justify the move on every effect you do. And I've seen so many people that are really, really great with moves, but because they use the move at the wrong time, or they haven't built the justification into the routine, you know something's happened, because what they've done before the move was just so not needed. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's like
absolutely,
the get ready and everything else.
It's not a move for move's sake.
No.
It's to facilitate greater ending to your routine and greater magic. This opened doors to me when I started getting it to the point when I could do it in the way that I do it. It just opened up so many doors, and so many routines flooded into my head, and I'm sure people will I hope will do the same when they see the DVD. Even if you don't use the routines on the DVD, I'm sure people will come up with routines.
Yeah, but I can't see anyone buying that DVD and not using the routines. They're so strong. I mean, you've got a fantastically fair open prediction. You've got a version of Hofzinser's Aces. You've got a version of Paul Harris's Whacker Pack.
Yeah.
You've got a brilliant sandwich effect on there. You've got a great one. One of my favourites is where you get 3 different people to select cards. One of them picks a card. One of them you riffle through and they say stop, and the third one just thinks of a card.
Yeah.
And you manage to find all 3 cards.
That was the first effect I think I showed you when I come down, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
It has got mentalism potential, as you will see from some of the effects. Some of them are mentalism with cards.
Yeah.
Which, unless you know what's going on, there's no explanation for how you get a card that they're just thinking of.
Yeah.
It does appear that way, including one that Darren Brown gave me permission to put on, that was a version of one of his effects.
Yeah. The other thing, if you wanted a quick open up for a table, and I don't know if this is on the DVD, but I know something very similar is, you know, if you were to turn around to someone and say, look, just touch back of any card for me, say touch back of a card, without looking at it, you slide it under the card box, and you say, now if I was to ask you just to concentrate on that card, what card would you think it would be? You know, would it be a black card or a red card? So whatever they say, they end up choosing a card, let's say Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
And you say, Queen of Hearts, that's really strange. I don't know what card you picked. Now you could instantly turn that card over and it will be
it's the card that they name, yeah.
I mean, that is killer. As an opener, that's, you know, straight to the point. You aren't going to get any better than that.
Yeah, I've even used it as an out when I've gone wrong in an effect. and it's ended up under the car box or in the car box because I've used the move to bail myself out. That has happened on a couple of occasions where I've actually lost their card, and I've gone, sorry, I've lost your card. What is it? 7 of clubs. Really? Are you sure that was a 7 of clubs? That's the one in the box.
Yeah.
Now they think that was the effect. They think that was killing, and sometimes that's happened, and that's been better than the trick I was going to do, to be honest.
So that is the VS project. We are now going to show you one of the effects from it.
Pete.
Yes.
You've heard of the phrase, the hands are faster than the eye.
Yes, indeed.
Well, sometimes they are faster than the mind.
Right.
And we're going to put that to test now. If you give them a shuffle to make sure everything's fair.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm
Happy
going
with
to
that?
cut them.
Give them a cut, yeah, because you don't trust me. Now, I don't know what the top cards are or any of the cards.
Right.
So I'm going to show you a bunch of cards off the top.
Yeah.
I want you to just think of one.
Okay.
But don't, say you thought of the 4th card, don't look at the 4th card and then look away, because then I'll know it's the 4th card.
Yeah.
Just see all the cards to the end, but put one of them in your brain, okay? And I don't know what these are because you just shuffle them. So just think of one of these cards. You got one?
I have got one, yes.
Yes, good. So this is the challenge. I'm going to place these cards on the table like that.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah.
And each time I do it, look for your card. When your card that you're just thinking of in your side of your mind hits the table, slam your hand on top of it.
Okay.
So you might want to put your hand there ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Because the idea is this. I'll read your body language, delve into your thoughts, and hopefully pluck the name of the card out of your head. And if I feel that you're going to slam your hand on it, I'm going to go in, snatch the card back off the table before your hand manages to slap on top of it. Okay? That's the challenge.
That's a big challenge you're setting yourself.
Are you up to
I'm
it?
seeing these as £20 notes, so
£20
I'm going
notes.
to be quick.
Blimey. You'll have white knuckles by the end of this, won't you? So, okay then, so if that was your card, you would slam your hand on it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I'm just going to keep doing this until you see your card go down. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it, was it?
That was it.
Are you sure? The card that you just thought of?
Yeah, I'm like a whippet.
Because you did think of the 2 of clubs, didn't you?
I did think of the 2 of clubs, yeah.
Would you be amazed if I actually was quick enough?
Yeah.
Turn it over, have a look if your 2 of clubs is there.
Oh,
It's not there. No? Not only was I quick enough, but what I did was I placed it inside the card case.
that is awesome. Right, so that was Brainwhacked from the VS project. The other thing I want to mention, and I want to thank Paul for this, is on the discs you will see you've got a registration code. All you need to do is, doesn't matter where you purchase this from, it doesn't matter what dealer you purchase it from, just pop along to Alakazam, register this product, and Paul is kindly going to give you an extra routine using the VS principle. Okay, so you're going to film a routine with us now.
Yep.
And this will be free to anyone that purchases this.
That's right.
And I do know, because you told me in a few weeks' time you're coming down to film some other downloads, and you may have another routine using it that we can put up there for registered users.
Yeah, yeah. Plus,
So-
plus some other routines that don't use the move for individual downloads. Yeah.
Top stuff. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, Paul. And
You're very welcome.
it's an excellent set of DVDs, and I'm sure the guys at home are going to love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, guys, so that's it for this week. Don't forget to check out the trailer of the VS Principle, and they can do that by clicking that little link below.
Right. Yeah.
Now.
Down. Yes, down here somewhere.
Where we're speaking.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, check it out. Check out the trailer. One thing I will say about this is, yeah, Paul has mastered this move, but in this DVD he gives you some really nice techniques to master it yourself. So
Yeah.
you know you'll be able to do this.
And it's not that difficult. It will take practice, but it's not that difficult.
Well worth learning.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do with this move.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good. I'm really pleased we finally got it out on the market. It's something that, you know, we first started around about 2 years ago. So it's really, really cool. that's in stock now. That's one of our Christmas releases for this year. Next week or the week after, we're going to be speaking about our second Christmas release. So yeah, thank you so much as ever for joining us on the Alakazam Video Blog, and thank you everyone that's been coming up to us at the circle and conventions and everything else, telling us that they're really enjoying it. Also, please remember to get yourself your public wish list set up. It's ideal for Christmas. If you don't know how to do it, check back a few vlogs where we give a description of the new website. When a new website went live, we talked to you about setting up your public wish list. And as soon as you've set up your public wish list, remember to email in with your username and just with the subject line, my public wish list. Because in December, we've got a competition running for people that have got a public wish list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is really cool. And please don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and
boom,
press that to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because all the vlogs go up on this channel. You'll be the first to hear when they've gone up. And also our latest trailers for our products will be here first.
Yeah, absolutely. So check it out, guys. Thank you so much for your support and for watching us this week. We will see you next week on the Alakazam Video Blog.